They were okay. They weren't bad, but they weren't. I just thought there would be more.
Yes.
So,
That just leads me to believe that people are not punching.
Hunting. Good morning. Good morning and happy Thursday. We're here with Colette. We're here with Colette.
That's me.
And Liz. Oh, that was eventful.
That's fine.
So today we're going to be reviewing Hooked by Emily McIntyre. Super excited to review it. I really enjoyed it. Colette, you want to start off?
Yeah, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start with a question for our watchers. Comment below. What is a dark romance? Because I didn't feel like this was a dark romance, even though it's classified as a dark romance. I don't know if this genre is for me. I don't know. But we can start off with, I enjoyed the book. I gave it 4 stars. I like the reimagining of it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it was really simple. It was 300 pages, so it wasn't a lot to go with anyway. It was super quick, so it's easy to go through. It was quick to read. You know, it was enjoyable. 4 stars.
I agree. I second Colette's question. Also, the way that everybody was talking about it on TikTok, and I thought it was going to be smuttier.
Yeah. I didn't like her smut scenes. So.
They were okay. They weren't bad, but they weren't. I just thought there would be more.
Yes.
So
that just leads me to believe that people are not
punching.
Because I don't get
it. I do think she wrote the book very well, though.
Yes.
I really enjoyed the book. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's kind of like it was such a short read. You can't pick out certain things. It was just.
What was your favorite part?
My favorite part. You know what? It started off great. I thought it was going to be more than that. I thought there was going to be more back and forth with the girl Maria. I had liked that, okay. And then it kind of took her out the story because I was about
and then they became besties.
Girl.
I thought the same thing. I thought she was going to be a problem.
Yeah, I did like, but like she was so out of the story. Wendy, I'm sorry, I'm keep saying she. I don't know who it is. Wendy was so out of the loop on everything, and then Hook is the worst PI on the planet. You need to continue just murking people because clearly solving things is not for you.
It's funny because Alana read it, and I was talking to her about it yesterday. And I said the same thing. I'm like, Hook is just dumb sometimes. And she was like, no, mommy, you have to understand, like, where basically, like, the type of person he is when he lets someone in, like, it's a big thing. So, like, I was like, I don't understand how he didn't just shoot Starkey.
Yes.
Right there. Like, anybody, like, anyways, I'm not even going to go into the details, but she was just like, you have to understand, like, he was probably like, no, he wouldn't do that to me because that's my boy. And
it says it in the book. It says that he knew that Starkey was lying.
And then, okay. What theories did you have at the beginning of the book?
Well, let's backtrack a little bit. Let's give a little synopsis of the book.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. Duh. wanted to get into it.
Get into it. So, this is a reimagining of Peter Pan. Hook is the good guy. Peter Pan is the bad guy.
Tinkerbell is the hussy.
Yeah, she a little harlot. And she messing with Peter Pan. So she ended up getting him because remember, she always was in love with Peter Pan. But
okay. Touching on that real quick. Okay. Do you think that they were an item or do you think that was just his right-hand person? Because nowhere there did it like...
I think they were messing around.
You think so? Even if she's messing around with all them dudes the way they were talking about?
Yeah, I don't think they were together. I think they were just messing around.
I just don't see someone of his stature being okay with like his arm piece being out there doing the stuff.
Yeah, his arm piece slapped up his daughter and he ain't do nothing.
That is true. That is true. He gets the Father of the Year award.
Oh my gosh. So essentially the book is about Hook going after Peter Pan because he had some traumatic experiences with Peter Pan. Peter Pan is not his real name. His name is Peter Michaels, but he used to push
pixie dust.
Right, if you get where we're going. And they used to call him Pan in the streets. We never got any explanation for that. We just knew they called him Pan. And he essentially just basically was trying to get at him. So he went after Wendy because he knew Wendy was, he was a very big media mogul type thing. Like he owned these airplane crafts called
Neverland Air.
Yeah, Neverland Air. And everybody always said that him and his daughter were super close and she would go to all these functions with him. And, you know, he knew that Wendy was the apple of his eye, or so he thought. Because we couldn't realize that man wasn't shit.
Nothing. The lowest of the low.
And he let Wendy in and they fall in love, which, you know, that trope. I wasn't supposed to. It wasn't supposed to happen this way.
I mean, I like for the people who get mad when they read these books and it ends up like that, like you knew, like.
Yeah, you knew.
There's only so many tropes. Like.
Yeah. And essentially everybody dies. Croc is his uncle. Croc is Hook's uncle.
No.
Yeah.
Smee.
Croc is his uncle. Smee is his cousin.
Smee is Croc.
No, remember he killed his uncle in the beginning. That was Croc. Smee took over the name after the uncle died.
No, because remember they were like, oh, we got to talk to Croc or whatever.
You ain't gonna tell me that, Liz. I'll pull the book up. You gonna tell me that?
Go ahead, pull it up. Because for me to pull it up, I have to return a Kindle Unlimited book.
Wait, let me see if I have to return one, because if not, then I'm just gonna go with what you said.
Where's
Kindle Unlimited? Read for free. Okay, let's try that again. Read for free. Return a book. Okay, let me return you real quick. Read now. Hold, please.
I'm Googling. You're right. You're right. You're right. I thought they started calling Smee Croc.
They did. He took his dad's name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
Croc was his uncle. He had an aversion toward clicking clocks, just like in the fairy tale, because his uncle had it, and he would terrorize him and treat him poorly. Croc was Hook's dad's brother.
Okay, let's go. So when Hook was younger, his family died in a plane crash, and he survived. So once his parents died, Hook was sent to live with his uncle in America because they were in the UK. And then he was sent to live with his uncle in America, who is Croc, and tortured him and abused him and all of that. Great, not so great stuff.
Word. And then we follow him as a 26-year-old man. That's where the story kind of picks up.
Is that his age?
They said he killed uncle at 18, and then 8 years later is when
I didn't even pay attention to all that.
Let's just be reading, y'all. Let's just be reading.
You know, I was reading it. Yeah. Never mind.
But like I said, it was a 4-star read because it wasn't a bad book. It kept you entertained. Like you didn't want to put it down. You wanted to see what was going to happen.
I enjoyed
but
it.
It was very simplistic. It wasn't.
And not that that's a bad thing.
Yes.
That's the hype that I saw about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I expected more.
So the hype that it was a good book lived up to it. Really lived up to that.
Yes.
I just thought it was going to be smuttier and darker. Now, I am going to read the other books in the series because I really did enjoy this book. You're not? I am. I enjoyed her book. I enjoyed her writing. I did think there was going to be more smut. I did think there was going to be more murder and stuff like that. So I think once I finish reading my current read that Colette recommended, another Hood novel.
How's that going?
I really didn't get to read that much yesterday. It's like every time, like I try to be so proactive to be able to sit down and read, but something would come up and I didn't really. But so far, I am liking it. There's some parts that I'm like,
right.
but in a funny way, not like in a this is horrible kind of way. So I am enjoying it. I'm gonna read some twisted ass shit once I finish with this. I need that fix, and I thought I was gonna get it with Hooked.
Yes.
But I didn't. But it's great, guys. I recommend it. I do recommend it. It was a good book. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was actually a good book. Like I said, it's only 300 pages. So honestly, how much can you fit into 300 pages?
She did a great job fitting as much as she did without it being kind of like, what?
Yeah.
What is going on?
Yeah.
Now, what were your theories? Like as you were reading, what were your theories?
Theories. Number one, I didn't have any theories because every time I guessed something, it happened.
Well, those are, they just so happened. Now, I did think Moira, who, for you guys, Moira was a bartender. So Hook, of course, owns a nightclub
called Jolly Roger.
Yeah. And they call it JR for short. Funny. My husband doesn't even escape me in my books. So, she was a bartender at the nightclub, but was also who he would handle his business with when he needed to. His business. Brown chicken, brown cow. Yeah. Anyway. So I thought she was going to be a bigger problem. Well, a different type of problem.
Yes.
Yes. I thought she was going to be like which she did show signs of it, but it wasn't really like a thing in the book. It was just like, oh yeah, she's looking at her kind of weird kind of shit. Yeah. You know, it wasn't I thought it was going to be more. There was going to be more drama. Basically. So.
I agree.
Did you know that the bad guy was the bad guy?
I didn't figure that out till like towards the end.
I figured it out mid-book.
Yeah.
And me and Alana talked about it, and she didn't figure. She had different thoughts about the scenarios that gave me the red flags. She was like, I didn't look at it like that. I looked at it like that. I'm like, maybe.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was the bad guy until he sat down with her. Like I said, when he brought the fruit out and he was talking to her, he was like, you should eat and blah blah blah. And she was like,
no, for me,
and I was like,
it was the unlocked door.
You real cagey with your answers.
So the first red flag I had for him was when he asked, "Do you want me to set up the guest room for her?" And he was like, "When have you ever shown personal interest?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, why? Why? Why are you asking? Why?"
As we can see, y'all, Liz is very distrustful.
It's my mom's fault. Murder, She Wrote growing up. Fucking Perry Mason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Monk. Have you ever watched Monk?
Miss May watches Monk all the time. I'm like,
Oh my God. I want to sit on the couch and watch it with her. I love that show. It's so funny. Anyways, back to the book. Yeah. It was when he made that comment that I got a red flag, but I was like, okay, maybe I'm being me. You know?
Yeah.
But then when he unlocked the door, I was like, nope. But I did not know that he was as big of a bad guy as he was.
Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna be that big.
I didn't make the connection. Yeah,
but also,
I did towards the end of the book.
Quickly, I just felt like, I don't know, the that's why it was only a 4-star for me. The end of it was so anticlimactic. I
agree.
I felt like it was so rushed. Like, I need to finish this book. I'm gonna make it real easy. Everybody just died. What just happened?
You know what? I don't even remember how everybody died.
In the cave, girl.
No, I remember in the cave, but
Smee was talking crap to Hook, and Hook was talking real hard, like, yeah, I'm gonna handle you. My boy's with me. Didn't realize his boys. Didn't realize his boys had already turned on him. Again, not a PI. Didn't realize his boys had turned on him. He had no one
except Curly. Except Curly.
Yes, but Curly wasn't there.
And the twins.
But the twins got took out, and I didn't understand how they got took out.
They didn't get taken out. They were still alive, tied to the tree.
But what I'm saying is, it was 2 against 1, and y'all got took out by one dude and got tied to a tree. How that happen?
Maybe Tinkerbell sprinkled some dust.
Man. Anyway, and then he's talking crap, and he's like, "Yeah, you were supposed to leave, and my dad was gonna take me in, and you killed him, and I'm mad. Boo hoo hoo." And then her daddy, Wendy's daddy, was sitting there talking about some, "I can't deal with this." Pop pop, and shot him. I was like, what?
Golly, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
That goes to show you that it wasn't anything crazy, or it was just very monotone, let's say.
Yeah. And then she eventually frees herself because she was tied to a chair, and then she gets out and she shoots Tina Bell, whatever her name is. And then she shoots her daddy.
Tina Tinker? I don't remember.
Tina Bell, I think her
Tina Bell, okay.
And then she shoots her dad, and then they live happily ever after.
2 kids.
Yeah.
I thought that was cute.
Yeah.
I thought that was cute. I liked it. I liked it.
The weirdest part of the whole book to me was that y'all in a relationship and you both share a brother.
You know what's funny? Is that I knew you were going to say something. I knew. But you know what? I figured that part out. When they met. When he met the brother and they were like, "Oh, there's something familiar." And I'm like,
I didn't figure. Actually, no. I knew the brother wasn't the dad's child when he came to the house and she was talking to him and he was like, "Yeah, it's just me and you." And he was like, "And John." And he was like, "Oh yeah, that nigga." You know, like,
you're so stupid.
Like that. That's how you talk about your child, like.
For me, it was when he went over the scene that his dad saw the note in the plane and his face got white and then they crashed.
Yeah, I figured that much. I figured
that he was always going over there. He said, "My dad was always going to Florida all the time. And it was for my mom's anniversary, for their anniversary, that my mom's like, we're going to go with you." That's when I was like,
yeah.
He was having an affair.
Yeah. So, Mama was a Rolling Stone this time, not Papa. Had a baby on him and everything. So.
Well, I mean, okay, not that it's right. But if you take a step back, look at the attention that man poured into his family.
Yeah.
So.
But he did the same. Well, I'm not gonna say he did.
I mean, he was always cheating because she said it. But was it with the mom? She didn't say. Anyways, I think no. Don't listen to me.
But anywho, y'all, I just feel like that is a book. If you want to read a light read, nothing major. You just want something light to get through. It's not as dark as people say it is. I feel like Haunted Adeline was way darker.
Oh, I mean, I'm still only 44% through, and definitely
that was way darker. But it was just a bunch of nothing. God, I'm so mad. But I think it's something, if you want to read it, that will be an easy peasy book for you to read, honestly.
I recommend it.
Yeah, I would not recommend it. It's fine. Like I said, it's still 4 stars. Like, it keeps you entertained. You're going to read it. But, you know, you're going to guess everything too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I can say I am.
But yes, y'all. So let us know, have you read... I was going to ask for another dark romance, but I've read 3 and I'm done. I don't think this genre is for me.
I'll still try. Because I did enjoy Hook, so.
Like, I want a dark romance that makes sense to me. Yeah, I do. Like, I really feel like someone is out there that could write a dark romance that makes sense. Like, you hunching all your uncles and your cousins is nonsensical. I'm not doing it.
I don't consider that dark romance, though. Well, that's what I mean. For me, dark romance is the killing, demons, you know.
Let me Google dark romance. Let me see what they say. What does Google say? What is dark romance? Dark romance is a subgenre of romance novels with darker themes and mature content. These stories often come with content warnings, morally gray characters, and plots riddled with trauma and violence. Popular tropes that make up a chunk of these novels include mafia, stalking, and kidnappings. Reese was morally gray. That's not a dark romance. Reese.
What's that?
Reese, girl, Rhysand.
Oh, right? But maybe because it's more of a fantasy. They don't.
Because he was murking people too. The same. Remember, he would miss people?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, that's not for me. I gave it a fair shot. I gave it 3 tries. That's what I do with episodes. When I watch a new show, I give you 3 episodes. And if you don't hook me in them first 3 episodes, you can.
Thank God Game of Thrones, it was only 2 episodes at the beginning and you got in on the 3rd.
No, I got in on the 1st episode.
Oh, not me.
I love it. But, I love a timepiece type of, that's my thing.
It was just slow for me. The first 2 episodes, I was kind of like, maybe I'll watch it. Maybe I won't. And the thing is that I started it and then I didn't watch it for a while and then I got into it.
But I picked up when they had started at season 3.
Ah, okay.
I was all the way behind, so I was just binge watching.
I started season 2. Like, when was the Red Wedding?
Season 3.
Okay, so it was before that. By the time the Red Wedding came, huh?
My sister Melissa was like, Colette, the Red Wedding. I need you to go back to season 1 and start this show. You need to watch it, and that's how I picked up on the show.
So for me, I watched the Red Wedding live, so I was already into it by then. I think, okay, this is going to sound really bad, but what did hook me was when he pushed Bran out the window. I was like, what?
That was episode 1.
It was episode 1?
Mm-hmm. The very first episode is when that king came to visit, what's his name, to make him his hand. And at the end of episode 1, you saw the little nasties punching. Yeah. He pushed them out the window. And I have to say, I hated that Jaime went back and died with his sister. It really bothered my spirit.
I didn't want it to be that way, but I understand it.
And no, I understand it, but I wanted so much more. You didn't even have to be with Brienne. I just didn't want you to go back.
Oh, I loved her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went thrifting yesterday and they had the box set of Game of Thrones. There was one book missing out of it, but it was only $2 for the box set.
I have my
Not that box set. It was just the paperback one.
Liz got for me. Hold please. Let me pick up the monitor so you can see. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Look at it. Isn't it great? Yeah. Liz got me that for Christmas.
I love your reading corner. It's so cute.
Mike was like, "You trying to make us live in the library?" Sure am.
Yeah.
Absolutely am.
I want, just like she wanted in Romeo, My Dark Romeo, I want my whole house to be books.
I would love that. But if I could just have books in every book, I'd be great with that too.
What'd you say?
If I can have a room to myself that is just books and it's just my own personal little library, I'd be okay with that too.
Me too. One day, eventually. For those of you who don't know, my husband's currently building me a library for 2 years now. No, I'm just joking. I think it's a year.
Slight flex. My husband's
it's a side project. I'll make a little video of what we have done. Well, I mean, as of right now, he built most of the bookshelves. They're sitting right there. Wait.
So he just needs to put them in.
Well, the way he's doing it, he's like, when it's done, it's gonna look like they're all built in. So he has to like it's a whole process.
Just saying, Mike.
Oh yeah, Mike. I believe that Colette needs Colette's Cottage.
Come on with the names, Liz. I love it. But yes, you guys, we just went on a whole side ramp. It's fine.
Sorry.
It's fine. That's why you like us. But Hooked. Read it, love it, enjoy it. I think you would like it. Again,
yeah,
it's literally 300 pages. So
and it's good. It's a good read.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable.
It is enjoyable. I will say that. It had some funny moments, but that was pretty much it. Hooked, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you so much for watching. As always, we appreciate you. Like, share, subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Yep. And we will see you next time. Bye.